All right, Ray, season opener. Washington Redskins on the road in an area really famous for cakes.
Crab cakes, yeah. Our nation's capital, too.
I know, it's very nice.
We're going to start out with just some plain white bread.
Right.
Okay? All you do is tear it up. It's a couple slices of plain white bread.
And again, since this is our first one of the season, remember, don't bother writing it down. It's on his website. We'll give you the address in a second. Have a whole list of ingredients you can go to. Okay, so just watch. Okay. Watch the master, young grasshopper.
1 egg.
Okay.
Lightly beaten. Some mayonnaise. Some Dijon mustard. Some Old Bay or Chesapeake seasoning. And some parsley.
All right.
Then we're going to mix it with our fingers. That's the best way to do it, I find.
Okay, I'll let you do that, Ray.
Now, when you can get it, get the blue lump crab meat from Maryland.
Right.
It's not often, it's not always available, but there's a number of other brands that are lump crab meat and backfin crab meat. They're all fine to use for this recipe. Okay. But the blue lump is by far the best.
All right.
Here we're going to put a pound of
blue lump.
Blue lump in there, and then we're going to, and as we do this, we're going to try not to break these pieces up too much. You want nice whole pieces of crab in there, and again, don't break up the
band.
Crab
cake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or that either.
Yeah, that either.
Then what we're going to do is make little patties out of these. You see kind of now why you have to do it by hand.
Right. I'm also seeing why we're now an hour show, because obviously it's now the Ray Arpke Tailgate Sunday.
Then we're just going to take it and set it in some breadcrumbs like that.
All right.
And let's go over here.
Now we've got helmet cam.
Helmet cam.
Because this is a football tailgating segment. We needed football flavor along with this fine food.
We're going to put a little fire underneath the pan here.
Okay. Is that full of Crown or probably olive oil?
That's olive oil.
Okay.
Now, olive oil has kind of a high smoke point as opposed to soft butter. So that's why we're getting this warm so we can fry it, but we're using this for flavor. And as soon as all of that butter is melted, we're going to get our cakes in the pan. We want to be careful not to burn the outside. We want to heat it all the way through.
Look at that.
Now that's a crab cake. All right, my friend.
All right. Boy, I tell you what, that's great. Oh, that's really good.
Is it the best crab cake you've ever eaten?
I'm not kidding. It really is. It's fantastic. Yeah. All right, Seattle Seahawks today, and before we get started, actually, Ray, the one question I want to know isn't a salmon question. I just want one of these. Have you seen this? This is very, very nice. Euphemia Haye, Chef Raymond, proprietor. The name's not right. It should be Chip Carter, but...
I think I could probably work out you getting one.
All right. Seriously, let's talk about what we're eating today, because obviously Seattle, West...
In honor of Seattle, we're doing some salmon from the Columbia River, which separates Oregon from Washington.
I had no idea.
And
little geography.
And this is wild salmon, which is, I don't know if you know it or not, but
very tough to tame.
Oh. Yes, not only tough to tame, but it's really good for you.
Okay.
Much better for you than the farm raised, and it's getting all kinds of hype. First of all, we're going to put some white pepper on here, on everything, and we're going to put a little garlic salt on everything. This is all going on the grill.
Okay.
Well, what we're going to do here now is just brush everything with a little bit of olive oil. Now that's just to keep it from sticking. I've had the grill preheating for about 15-20 minutes now. I like a good hot grill to start. It's all right to turn it down after, but I like a hot grill to start because that sort of seals everything in.
Red, yellow
put these on here, red, yellow pepper.
Zucchini?
Yes.
All right. You know, I don't like zucchini, Ray. Do you know that?
No, I didn't.
Not a big zucchini guy.
Oh, well.
Yeah. However, everything else looks good. Yellow squash.
Yellow squash, you probably don't like.
No, I like
oh,
that.
You do?
Yeah.
Once it's grilling, pretty much all we need to do is close it up and let it go now.
I don't know if you know this or not, but it's time to turn the salmon over.
Yes.
Actually, how long do you want to cook this fish on one side, depending on how thick it is or what?
Well, one problem is that people have a tendency to want to turn it over because they're anxious.
Right.
But if you do that, you're going to have it's going to be sticky. It's going to want to stick. Same thing with the vegetables. See that? Nice color now.
Yeah.
So it's okay to turn it over.
How long has that been, though?
5 minutes, 7 minutes.
How do you know when it's done?
Do this.
Oh, okay.
Go inside. You see how it's still looks raw in the center there? Yeah. That's a translucency.
Right.
When it loses that, then it's done. And this one is going to be done now. Over here, we're going to whip up just a little bit of sauce, some white wine, and a little bit of fish stock, some shallots.
Everything's on your website, Euphemia Haye.
EuphemiaHaye.com.
Right. Whisk it. Whisk it good. Oh, man.
As if the salmon needed something else.
Yeah, I know.
That's wait till you taste that wild salmon. It's killer.
I'm not kidding you. That's really good.
It's dynamite, isn't it?
We need as much Tampa flavor as we can get going into this game. Tampa dish. Paella.
Paella.
Right.
This looks like a lot of ingredients, but it's really not so bad. The reason I chose this dish is because it's a nice one dish thing.
Right.
So if you stack all these things together, you get them out, and it doesn't have to include all of these things. You can make it as simple as just with chicken and rice. So we're going to take the chicken first of all, put a little salt, black pepper on there, a little olive oil in our pan.
All right, Hamlet Cam, got that shot.
And we're going to start browning off the chicken.
All right.
Now, I have actually done this behind a car at Tampa Stadium.
Hey, all right.
So it can be done. It's not as hard as it looks.
And listen, actually on your website with a list of ingredients and recipes, I've actually been able to do most of those. Haven't gotten through all of them yet, so if I can do them, anybody can do them. Seriously.
Like he said,
right,
if he can do them, anybody can do them.
Easy.
Chicken takes a little bit longer to cook, so we're going to brown that.
Right.
There's also some pieces of pork here. Now you can use whole pork chops. This is a very simple dish, like I said. Now, the main thing that makes this paella, or the flavor that makes it paella,
right?
If we step over here, see this? This is some chicken stock here.
Okay.
Do you see how deeply yellow the color is? That's because it's flavored with these little strands, which are actually the stamen from a flower.
Really?
And it's called saffron.
Okay.
And this is what it looks like before it's in there.
Wow.
Now, it's not inexpensive.
Where do you get it?
You can buy, any good grocery store has it. Now, all in all, your cooking time is going to, between browning this and everything, is probably about 35 to 45 minutes total. Next thing we're going to do is put a few onions in here. Put the rice in. Then I have some stuff here. It's called chorizo, which is a Spanish sausage. Next,
stock.
The chicken stock. Now we're going to put the chicken back in. Little slipper lobster tails, add those in. Now we're going to let that cook for 1 more minute. Time to put in the last of the ingredients. Come on, scallops. There we go. Okay. And mussels.
Oh, yeah.
You want it to have just a little bit of juice in it, but you want it to be mostly dry.
Okay.
But it shouldn't be soupy.
You guys want some paella? Grab a plate.
Really good. Thumbs up.
As always, Ray, very simple recipes. All you need is a grill. You got the website for the list of ingredients, so don't try and write this down as we do it. Today we're doing lamb burgers because Denver's coming down.
That's right, Denver's coming down, and Denver, Colorado is known for their beef, but they're also known for their lamb. In fact, arguably they have the best lamb in the entire world. So this is just some ground lamb.
Yeah.
You see I've made some small patties.
Yeah. Oh, before we really get going, can we just show you this? His world famous hummus. And I just took my finger, I don't know if you wanted me to do this or not, but I just swirled an intricate pattern in there.
I really
okay?
like it.
Thanks.
I would like to hire you, I think.
Okay, that'd be good. I don't know if anybody would eat after I did it, but it looks pretty.
Right.
Okay, here we go.
All right, so anyway, I have these two about 3.5 ounce patties, something like that. And I put a little gorgonzola cheese in there.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so it's kind of like an inside-out cheeseburger.
Okay.
But with gorgonzola cheese.
All right.
So now we're going to put the other patty on top like that.
Oh, cool.
And then we're going to pinch the edges together. And there was also a little bit of olive oil in that pan, just to keep it, from sticking to the pan.
Right.
And then also it's going to help to keep it from sticking to our grill.
Okay. And then you sing lambsy oats and osy dotes.
Little lambsy divey.
2 lamb patties, gorgonzola cheese.
Right.
Okay, like an inside-out cheeseburger.
A little salt.
A little salt.
A little pepper.
Right.
Both sides, salt.
Yeah.
Pepper.
Pepper.
Oh, it bugs me when people don't season their meat before they put it on the grill.
All right, Ray, while the lamb is cooking, we're making a little what?
We're going to make a tomato mint relish because mint goes really good with lamb.
Okay.
So what I've done is I've chopped up some tomatoes here.
Right.
And I'm just going to press out any excess juice that's in there.
It's a pretty good bruise on your thumb. You didn't miss with the knife, did you?
As a matter of fact.
A little hazard of the business, yeah.
You see,
you didn't answer my question,
This
Ray.
is called, that's called tomato water.
Right, okay.
That's kind of a big deal in today's gourmet world.
It is?
Tomato water, yeah, it's expensive.
Wow.
Drink it.
No.
Go ahead.
I don't want to.
I swear you'll like it.
Really?
Yeah.
That is very good, actually.
See? Chopped scallions.
Right.
Some fresh chopped mint.
Right.
And some mint jelly.
Beautiful.
Here's our burger.
Beautiful. Look at
now
that
you
thing.
want to eat lamb medium well to well done.
Well done.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that thing. It almost looks
It's just the right size, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Wow.
A little bit of tomato mint sauce on there.
Nice job, Ray. You try it. It's going to be pretty hot.
It's going to be hot and juicy. Mmm.
Wow. That's fantastic. Ray, New Orleans.
The Big Easy.
It's the Big Easy, and sort of an easy choice really for today.
Yeah, we're gonna do something Cajun.
Gotta.
How about a shrimp and oyster po' boy? First, I want to show you how to bread these. You don't have to go through that whole process of flour, egg, and all that stuff.
Right.
What I have here is a combination of breadcrumbs and some cornmeal. And I've taken the shrimp and I've seasoned it a little bit with fish base. You know what that is? Like instead of a chicken cube, a fish cube, you know? Right. And I seasoned it with that instead. And all we're going to do is just take these scrimps.
Right.
That's what they call them, they're scrimps. And we're going to put them like that and just kind of press that breading into there.
Oh, look at that.
The Big Easy.
And remember, all details are on the website, so just watch the master at work and World Wide Web, EuphemiaHaye.com.
Look at these oysters, Chip.
Wow, that is a monster.
And it's always good, if you've breaded something,
yes,
it's always good to let it sit for a couple minutes before you cook it. And we're gonna put a pan on the fire.
The thing is, too, you don't always need a grill. I mean, we've got a Coleman camping stove and one pan, and we're doing it. Yeah.
And we're not gonna use quite as much oil as you would in deep frying. I do that because, so it's kind of like half frying, half sauteing.
Okay.
Sauteing is usually done at a much higher heat though,
and
with a little less oil. But you don't want to use too much oil because it can become dangerous if you're out, you know, if there's people drinking and running around. So you don't want deep oil out there.
You don't want to be deep frying, so just do it.
Exactly. Okay, Chip, we're starting to get a little bit of heat here.
Right.
One good way to check it is if you have a little bit of water.
Yeah.
And if it sputters, do you hear that?
Yeah.
I don't know where the water came from.
Right.
But anyway, that tells you that it's ready, okay? And it's plenty hot, so we're gonna cut this back just a little bit. Now once you get